Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This show is Skinner Fox. Come back to another episode of Let's Play Crusader Kings 3 Realms in Exile. We're continuing on with our Aragorn playthrough, where we are now actually playing as his heir, his daughter. As you can tell if you were looking at like the date, it's a little bit off. Whenever I was trying to start up this one, I actually hit like the space bar and started the timer slightly before I went ahead and started the recording. So it's a few days off, but not anything too crazy. Let's see what happens. Latest news from the colony of Canamoth is truly horrifying. Settlers, no one is to leave. I won't risk spreading. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. Disease doesn't really bother me. So now I guess the question is going to be us trying to. Well, I guess we need to look to see where these. If you remember from the last episode, where I was trying to look to see if I can make a holy, like a religious legend, so that way I can actually get another holy war that way. But it says I need to hold some places directly, which I thought I held enough. Do we not? We have Minas Tirith and we have West Gilead, which we don't own. That sucks. I thought we didn't realize that. The other one is Gilros, which we cannot use, and then the other one is Amon Anwar. Okay, so yeah, we only own two, which really sucks, but that's okay. We're just going to keep on doing our thing for now. West Gilead. There's no real way of us, like, what's his heir? Just like someone who I don't even know, so it would be even tough for us to get one at this point. That's okay though. I'm not really stressing that too much. We will figure it out. Whoa, 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 whoa. What happened? Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Did Mordor just fall? So it's referred to as the Shadow now, but it looks like everything broke apart from him. It looks like he only owns parts of Umbar and then this little area over here. So, Overlordship of the Shadow. He lost the actual empire. I guess maybe when we took on Skiliath, that's what happened. But yeah, he lost like almost everything. That's great news. That makes him so much easier to take on later on. So let us go ahead and start taking some of this land over here. Being that he doesn't own anymore, it should be pretty easy for us to take now. So let's go ahead and move our guys on down here. We are going to continue our expansion then. Can never be too safe with trying to make sure that you basically take over all of the evil areas over here. I mean, the goal is to defeat Sauron, obviously, but we want to make sure that we take over everything around him. We don't want to give him any opportunity to reform the remnants of his empire that he had beforehand. We just can't really afford that. So let's go ahead and we'll do that. Okay. We're already at 37%, which is amazing. Doesn't take long to start taking stuff once you're just kind of hopping around like this. Summon the physician, solve the purpose best. Wonderful. And we're going to take his capital here. 78% is pretty good. Fine, we'll pay the 450 for this disease outbreak. And then I think that's it. This should be close to it right here. I wish it was back like whenever Aragorn was the guy and you could only get like all you needed was like 90 to actually win, but that's okay. We get what we need from that. We got a little bit of land there. Wasn't a whole lot to be fair. It looks like Umbar actually took over. Okay, so he created he created the Empire of Umbar now, which is hilarious actually. That is the road that Sauron went. He actually lost Mordor, so he just creates Umbar instead. We still have a truce with him, even though he's different now. So Harzan, which is the Witch King, is so crazy. He is now the big bad, I guess, and 46,000. So yeah, it's really weird. So somehow or another, when all that went down, it looks like the Witch King and Sauron actually split, which is not at all how that's supposed to go. But hey, look, whatever. I'm not complaining. Um, all for that. Like we're just gonna take what we can. I'm trying to find the best. I want this little piece of land, the Overlordship of Ermuzar, but I don't think that any of these are gonna give me that. We could go for Minas Morgul. Honestly, yeah, let's do that. Let's go for Minas Morgul here. This way we're gonna call all of our guys on this one. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna call everybody here. Don't need any of this right here. We're going to go ahead and we do have some piece of land over here that we took, but we don't really need it. We just need one piece of land, honestly, just to make sure that we're maxed out on land that we can actually own. Give this guy that. Beautiful. Okay. By the way, I also want to just, before we do anything else, I want to see what land do we have that's actually wilderness so we can go ahead and get it done with. Like, I just noticed that we have two pieces of land, and I just guess I haven't been paying any attention to them. Fine, take that. Don't need it. And then we have one up here. I'm assuming this is it right here. No, that's not it. Where is it at? There it is. Okay. Beautiful. So here's the interesting thing. First of all, what we need to do, we need to where are we? Hold up. That's right. It's this little piece of land right here. I got tripped up. I was like, where am I looking at again? We're gonna go ahead and raise all of our guys here because this is what we're going for, right? This is the actual goal is going for Minas Morgul. This is I know it's weird, but it's just the last thing to kind of close up the borders on this side of the map, and it's been in his hands the entire time. So it's good to just go ahead and get it out the way now. Show him in. That's beautiful. And we're going to continue on taking these little tiny places first before we actually go for Minas Morgul itself. It's actually a really quick siege. I thought it would be a lot longer than that, but sure. Um, and that should be it for that. So now we're just gonna move down here to these guys. This is the big part. Like the good thing about that is like when you go for that one piece of land, he has to come through you to get to the rest of it. Now, granted, he's gonna have like levity over this. I don't even know what's going on over here. That's fine. You get a little bit of a like behind of him over here, but you get an advantage up there because he's got to go through you, and I don't really necessarily want to have to deal with that right now. So I don't really want to have to deal with him like being able to spawn people up there to be able to defend it a whole lot easier. It's just a whole lot easier to go ahead and go after that now, and we can go for some bigger chunks of land later. I'm going to go ahead and call in the Holy Order that's cost nothing for us because there's no real sense in it. We'll call this guy in here, 63,000. Where is our allies at? They're way up there. He's got 57, so there's no real reason for us to rush anything here. We just have some troops right here. We just have some troops that are spawning right here, so it's worth waiting for the couple hundred that we got. Okay. And with that, these guys should be close. I mean, it says we have a sizable advantage on him. I don't know how he's gonna do because he's gonna show up. He's just gonna show up late to the battle. Oh, okay. He actually beat us here quite handily. That's fine actually. I'm not too worried about that because because he's got 49,000 to ours right here. That's okay. Let's see here. What can we do for mercenaries here? We do have this. They don't want to help us. They will though. That's fine. No, not at all. Really. A lot of them saying no. Well, let's see here. Okay, so now I need to figure out where this ally of mine is that I just called. So let's see, where are you at? Oh, you're over there. Okay, so you're quite a little ways away, but we're still okay enough to where we're not in any big danger here. I mean, 46% is like not much anything, especially when we already have like the thing up there that's giving us a lot of um, our war score. What we can do is we can start working on smaller bands, maybe. I'm just kind of looking and seeing. He's got some down here. There's a couple of them that are like broken off, which is really weird. That's really weird. I don't understand like why his troops did that. That really put him at a serious disadvantage to just lose like such a huge stack, and none of them even retreated. We just had a total wipe of him right there. Um, but hey, I'll take it. I'm not complaining at all. Um, not too worried about that. Whatever. I'm not spending money on a physician right now. I'm not spending 900 gold on it for sure. Okay, and this gives us strategist, which is really good. Okay, so let's see here. We need to try to get as many so where's his troops at? Down there. Huh, interesting. Well, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna start sieging some of his land over here because we're really quick at sieging. So now we're gonna go for his capital. Kind of curious to see how fast he is to respond. Let's see what our legends that we can do are. We still can't do any holy ones, so that's fine. Until we can do that, it's not really helpful at all. Actually, I have no idea where his troops are at. Oh, they're down here. Okay, that's not anything to worry about. I mean, it feels like we're just winning, right? Okay, so there's the 100% for that. So cool. I mean, that does not. Okay, so here's the bad thing about that. Like, it's good and bad at the same time. What's good about it is that we get a piece of land that's pretty important to us. Minas Morgul is an incredible land that we're going to keep. I'm going to keep it personally. The bad thing about it is it doesn't really weaken the Witch King a whole lot. He's still going to have a ridiculous amount of troops, and we're still going to need a ridiculous amount of money to be able to take him on later on. So it's just one of those things where we're thankful for what we have right now, but we're going to have to be very very careful going forward because we can't really afford to go after him anytime soon. Let's see what we have for land. Making sure that we don't have anything crazy. Minas Ethel, and I love how it changes it. I do love how it changed it to Minas Ethel. Once that once you actually take it back over, it goes from Minas Morgul to Minas Ethel, like the original name before it actually got taken over, which is really really cool. I do think that that's a really nice touch. Um, like obviously, if you played the Shadow of War and the Shadow of Mordor games, that's what they call it beforehand. Anyway, it's really really cool. I think that's a really nice touch to the game. And I love the lore thing. I like the little lore things about that. So that you can see pop up here and there in the game. Anyway, kind of moving on here. Let's check to see what our prisoners are. We're just gonna release everybody to get any little piece of land. Get any little piece of money that we can here. One thing I'd hate is like whenever you release prisoners, like it's not all flush. I wish it was like a flush thing here. So whenever you try to get rid of them, you could just go through them pretty quickly. But no, they kind of just pile up here. I'm wondering what in the world is like over here. Like there's something telling me to change something. I don't know what that is. It almost feels like a bug, really, because I don't think it's doing anything. But anyway, continue on. This guy here, I would love to be able to take him in, but he's not going to let me. Alright, so we still have a brief thing against Umbar real quick that we just have to be patient on. I need to make sure I remember where this place is that I'm actually trying to colonize is. I keep forgetting about it. Um, uh, blah, 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 blah. I mean, unless these different legends actually gave me anything, I don't really want to do them. It's so hard to assassinate these guys too, so I can't even use that as a valid way to somehow or another eventually get the piece of land. It would just be so much more difficult to do it that way. Alright, so we can go for Mordor now, so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go for this piece of land right here. It's, okay, that was really bad timing for that to happen. 46,000, he's still got a ridiculous amount of troops though. But we're going to go for it. We're going to go ahead. We still have a truce with the Witch King right now, so now is a good time to actually do this. So if we're going to, let's go ahead and call everybody to help us here. We don't have a ridiculous amount of troops for this. That's the only thing about it that kind of like makes me a little nervous, is that we're not overwhelming him. He still has more troops than I thought he did, but we're going to just be careful here. We're calling all of our guys in, and we're just going to see what we need as time goes on. If we need to call in any mercenaries to help us, that will be something we'll have to figure out here in the future. All right, 51,000. And let's see, did he raise anybody over here? Does not look like it. So let's go ahead and start moving our guys down here. He must have raised all of his guys in Umbar, which makes it a little bit more difficult for him, especially like for him to take these particular lanes back over here that I'm sieging. Like I actually don't know how that's going to work for him. Okay, we'll take that. Got a piece of land, which kind of sucks. Looks like we did we like get another like. It almost feels like we got another colony at some point. I don't really know when that happened, but whatever. I'm not too worried about that right now. We got other things going on. This is it down here. It looks like okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. Not something I'm worried about right now. Holding court real fast. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so we sieged all the pieces that we need. Now here's the problem. The rest of his land is ridiculously far away. The only other piece that we can actually go for is down there, and he's already sieging up stuff over here. So what we're going to do, this is actually pretty sweet here. We're going to get that one. We're going to give this guy this piece of land. I'm not dealing with that right now. That's not anywhere near my priorities, and I don't want to have over my domain limits. So we're just going to keep on doing what we're doing. Our guys are going to march all the way over here, right outside of where he's attacking me at. It says we're at 38%, so we're gaining war score, I think, because of the simple fact that we are, because we've gained what we needed to from him. I'm just trying to see what we can do here. Let's do serve crown here. That's going to be the best of those options there. Fine, I'm just going to do that so we can stop getting bugged about this. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to raise everybody here. Don't know if it's actually going to help me any with anything in particular, but we'll see. 17 days, good. And we're going to go after this, like the smaller bands right here. Okay, so now what we need to do. Let's do that, and let's do that. We'll have these two guys ride in after the fact. It says we're probably not going to win, but we're going to just try it anyway. It's going to be a really close battle regardless, so I'm not too worried about it. Blackmail, fine, whatever, don't really care too much about that. They keep saying blackmail, but I don't think they ever do anything with it, so it kind of just makes me laugh a little bit. Okay, I don't know why it's like selecting someone there, that's a little weird. Nothing we can do there. Whoa, okay. The riders arrive in Edoras seeking emergency or to the White Tower. After being ushered in, he pointed that Rohan is hard pressed by its foes and calls upon Gondor to aid her. As both sides swore on the days of Earl of Sirion, many times oath has been called upon both sides, and the few times that has been filled was due to the kingdoms simultaneously facing attacks. Okay. Okay, this worked out great. We used some of our allies there to distract while we went ahead and did whatever it is what we were going to do there with that small band. At first, I was a little nervous that we weren't going to be able to beat them, but we did, so super stoked about that. Was really nervous for a moment there. There was a brief moment in time where I thought we were cooked, but no, it looks like we're good. Should be good here, I think. Yeah, there's another one of those cases of they just had some random troops just kind of strung about, and we just picked them off. So it's really good. Then we're going to go over here and retake this. We're going to lose the 150 gold. I'm not too worried about the 150 gold there. Alright, and there we go. Enforced demands there. Who is this right here? Who's attacking me right there? It's probably some guy here for like a coastal county that means like absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. Being extremely inconvenient to me. Alright. It's very nice to not have to give away like a ton of gold after that battle like we have had to do to some of our guys in the past. Um, cool. Let's see. We have pieces of land up here that we do not need. We're gonna go ahead and grant this to this guy here because we don't need any of them. One thing I want to do real quick. Um, so weird being Arnorian. I was trying to see like if there was a way to actually change it back to Gondorian here because I think that's a little bit better, but it's okay. That is actually pretty sweet there. Getting that is is nice. Woman's home, good. We can defend a little bit better now. Every little bit that you can get is always helpful. Any kind of advantage. Alright, cool. We're going to 100% that real quick. Alright, and now I guess the question is like, where are the enemies at that we're actually going after here? We're going after somebody who's in our own. We're actually going over. We're actually going against, I think, one of our own vassals, which is weird. That's really weird. Okay, well, whatever. We're going to just make do with what we got here. I actually have never seen. I did not think. At first, I thought that was like someone else that they were going to war with completely. I'm very shocked that they were going to war with one of our own. Wait, it actually just like does not even help us to like. It doesn't even help us to actually help this, right? Like in a weird way, it's actually better for him, like for us to lose the war because then she gets a large chunk of the Rittermark, which helps us out a whole lot more than being an ally with him. Okay, well, we're just gonna leave that be there. Let's go ahead and let's go after this guy here. Oh, that's so annoying that these are all just. Oh no, there's a few pieces of land there. That's okay, and that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to go after this little piece of land over here from this guy because this is like the one last guy who's relatively weak in this side of the map. So that's what we're going for. Getting a Lindini sword. I have to rename, rework, like relook at that because I was like, what in the heck is that? We'll go ahead and raise this right here. We're gonna send the holy order there first. The rest of them will get there shortly after. I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, I'm not helping this war at all here because there's no sense. If we're just gonna get strong, I mean, we're literally just gonna get stronger from it either way. So, and it's at 49% anyway. Oop, and it looks like Sauron declared war. Okay, amazing timing for that. Let's do this. We're going for enduring hardships real quick. And we're going to go ahead and enforce domains there and end that. And he is going to war for all of that. Okay, wow. The greedy man. We can actually vassalize this guy. Yeah, sure. We'll give him that. And then we're going to vassalize him for high feudal obligations. Where's this guy at anyway? Oh, it was the guy that was over there I was talking about earlier. That's wild. I was just talking about him. We're going to go over here and we're going to kind of go a little bit of ways here. Wow, this guy needs to have somebody. I don't even care who, but someone's got to be leading. Let's do this guy, the logistician here. Will help with the supply duration for a little bit since we don't really have much of a supply right now. Let's go ahead and hand this out to somebody. A nephew here would be good. All right, cool. Okay, and then wow, Galadriel actually purchased another troop from us. Whoa, 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 whoa. Elrond is actually going after me, and he's going for this piece of land over here. He's actually going for like 4 pieces. That's kind of wild. I want to know how in the world he actually has that many troops. 91,000? Is it literally just from the land he owns? Like, that's crazy. Huh, I did not realize that he like just had 91,000 troops just like just ready like that. But anyway, whatever. I mean, I'll let him just do his thing over there. I'm not sending anybody over there to fight him right now because like the elves are just tough anyway. They're not like exactly what you would call like an easy fight. Okay, so that's it for him. Now we have to send all of our guys down here, which is the pain in the butt. Because you're marching them halfway across the map over there, so we're gonna call everybody over here. I didn't realize I didn't even call them yet. I was just like so busy like looking at other things, I didn't even realize like, oh, these guys are not actually called to the war. Okay, so 63,000 to what does he have? He's got 38, so there's no way he wins, right? I mean, like, I just don't see there being a, a I don't see there being a world where he just wins. Especially if he's losing troops, like, he's already losing to attrition damage as it is anyway, so there's that. Somebody over here, cool. So we're gonna go over here, we're gonna do like what we've been doing, we're just gonna go for the stragglers here. I mean, yeah, it just looks like we're just gonna beat him, right? Yeah, let's go and let's take back what he took real quick and see where we are war score wise. And then if we need to, we can always just white piece it. I just don't see there being I don't see us needing to, but oh no, he's doing the same thing again where he's like got like random troops that are just like not in good spots at all. I mean, like even if he beats me here, it's like it's still not good because he's just gonna lose so many more troops from attrition and everything already being in my lands. I mean, do I still have that holy order raised? I do. Okay, cool. What we're gonna do is we're going to because we have a lot of troops that we just have unraised right now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise them right here. 44,000. That's good. Whoa, what happened over here? Why do we have allies just like getting waxed over here just for nothing? Soft approach is best. It's amazing. Wonderful. What does he have for troops now? 28,000? Okay, so he's significantly weaker than me now. Yeah, we have 4,000 on the way now, so even if he does somehow beat me here, like, yeah, there's no way he was gonna get me once they got there. Oh wait, no, so are these guys not like a part of this war here? Oh man, they weren't actually part of it. That's so silly. I thought like I was sitting there thinking that they were part of it the whole time. That's oh gosh, that's so dumb on my part. That is so ridiculous. Because like for a while there, wasn't showing them as an option. Like, um, but I guess like I don't know. I don't know how I missed that. But yeah, that sucks because now they get so much more war score back, and we still have way more troops than they do. Like it says, it's probably going to say that he's yeah. He's down 10k troops from when I checked last, and it's gonna say he's got more. He's got 28 on the war score from me, so whatever. I'm not worried about it too much right now. That's not anything worth worrying about. Let's go ahead and set up this rallying point over here. Okay, Elrond won that. I'm not even really worried about that, to be honest with you. Okay, so what do we have here? So let's go down over here. Yeah, I can't really get like all that worked up over Elrond taking like a few pieces of land whenever I'm sitting here going after Sauron and the Witch King and everything else going on, so I'm not too worried about that. We'll take a banner. Yeah, we'll take that. What's so weird about this is like there's like not much I can do. Like, okay, so first of all, like who's going after him now? It's like it's one of my vassals again who's going after a piece of his land, but I'm not gonna help him again because it's the same thing as last time. Like, why would I help one of my one of my vassals taking over the Rittermark? Because it does. I will get more out of our levies. We'll get more out of levies that way. So I'm not gonna even help. I mean, maybe you could like make like a I guess a point to say that if we kept him along as an ally, it would be more beneficial. But I don't even think that's the case either. I think it's just better just to leave it like it is. Okay, 96% will enforce demands. And that is Sauron losing again, which man, Sauron's been on the struggle bus for sure. We're at 22,000 gold now. We're in a great, like just straight up just amazing state right now. Let's see what we have. We just gained a piece of land here. I don't think I really want this a whole lot, but Thomas Nelder, we'll go ahead and give that to some random guy. That's fine. Okay. And I think on that note, we're gonna go ahead and call it here. We're getting really close, guys. It's not much left to it. Even these guys over here, this guy that I was going after, has now finally like broken apart. Uh, Sauron himself only has a little bit of land left. Only a little bit of land left where we have the Witch King who doesn't have. I mean, he's got quite a bit, but he's like a lot of his land is inside the Dune Sea, so there's not really much that he can do there either. He's going to eventually start losing a lot of his land too. So we're getting close, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, please leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more in the future, please subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. It means a great deal. If you got anything you want to say, leave a comment in the section below. And again, guys, I'll see you guys next time.